Hey, Ernest. Hey, Ernest. I just want to confirm that you'll be streaming the demo later today. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So will it display all the everything, including the demos, in one calendar? Oh, okay, that way. Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay. Got it. I'm just like setting up the coordinate right now, and I have realized that this is like a whole lot of manual work of even as you import people into import the CSV. If there are duplicates, you have to manually remove them from your import. I, d- how do you understand who are the ones who did not sign up last time? Yeah. Yeah, but you still have to verify one by one that the address hasn't changed, right? Yeah. So each one, you have to go through each and every one of them and go back to the spreadsheet or whatever, like say to check if the address is matching with current. Okay. Yeah. 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 I was. Yeah. Good.
Um, so, Salman, if you need help with that, we can do that after the demo.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. I'm actually on it. I've finally figured it out. But thank you. I'll actually get in touch with you if I. Um, yeah. I was on the coordinate Discord trying to get some answers, and I've come to realize that this is really like too much manual work. It is. I'm almost surprised that the entire ecosystem has to deal with this. Coordinate really needs to improve the product. Hmm. Yeah, got it. So on a yeah. Yeah. Another challenge I found is also that maybe we're getting to too technical coordinate talk. Unless anyone else has to something to add, please go ahead. Just like you're not even able to export like people from the circle. You're only able to export like addresses, sorry, from the particular epoch. That is also makes it like all the more inconvenient, like in managing this coordinate. So if you wanted to like export the addresses and then do all these like adding people, removing people on the side, you could at least use some formulas to manage those things. Now it has to be fully manual. Otherwise, you could have used something like a VLOOKUP or something. No, I do. I mean, you're not able to export the addresses from the circle. I mean, in order to even do something like that. Yeah, that's what I like about Web3. Everything is new. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. So I just wanted to bring up, if anybody has an introduction, please go ahead or want to ask anything. I just wanted to bring up is I think I think we need to start hyping the demos on the community call. So, yeah.
Oh
So
shoot! Sorry, I thought I was I was confident in my microphone this whole time. Sorry, Sal, I thought I was muted. Hey, everybody! I got a cough.
hope you're doing well, NF. Hope you're doing
Yeah, I
fine.
am doing well. I just had some indigestion. I saw your post, and I think you're right. We should really be hyping them up a little bit more, just to get some better turnout. There was a suggestion that we should be maybe running the demos in a channel other than the DAOLationships channel, because we have limited turnout, seeing as how not everybody without the DAOLationships tag can actually see this channel. So oftentimes people don't even know that we're in here having a demo. It adds some complexity to getting the guests in. What do people think about actually doing that, getting these demos up and running in a more visible channel?
Yeah, I agree. Are you saying something, Simon?
Yeah, same. I think that makes sense because these. I mean, I think a lot of people will be interested in following along on these demos, and it should not be restricted to. It should be open for everybody to check out more easily.
And Crypto Dad and I were speaking about that a few weeks ago. Maybe it could have been last week, but he mentioned the idea of doing like a hybrid between an AMA and a demo, and to create our own channel for that. So yeah, me and Crypto Dad been like ideating with that idea.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm thinking, when we do the Twitter space, there really no chance for the project to show, off their what's the product features visually. So I thought it would be great to combine this together, and see definitely there should be some demand from the project when doing this type of promotion your community.
Hey, Ernest, is there a way to enable video sharing in the amphitheater, or that's not possible? Mm. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. All right, cool. Yeah, I think it'd be a nice idea to create a new channel. So yeah, whoever's interested in creating that poll, it'd be nice to get that set up. Oh, I see Gnome has joined us. That's my friend from DeepDAO, the head of research over there.
Hi, Jarvis. Hi,
What's
Jarvis,
up, man?
everyone.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation. It's really, it's a pleasure to attend and to talk to all of you.
Yeah, no problem. So whenever you're ready, you can share your screen, and yeah, we'll kick it off.
Great. So, hi, everybody. Again, it's a pleasure to be with you, and thank you for the invitation and for all this relationship is really going great. It's super interesting, even just the talks before. So I'll maybe a minute or so about me, and then we'll dive into DeepDAO. I'm, as Jaris pointed out, I'm a head of research for DeepDAO. I have been for a year and a few months now. I've been a political researcher, political activist for 20 years or so, and got involved with crypto few years ago, but really seriously only as at this position, which is really a privilege. So what is DeepDAO? Oh, sorry, and I'll introduce DeepDAO and also go through our website and main features and services that we have. And please feel free to jump in with questions, and also just to let me know you're there, because I can't hear any feedback. So talk to me every once in a while. So I'll share my screen now with your permission. You'll see that?
Yeah, I see it.
So this is our website. This is DeepDAO.io. And what we do and what we're about is and what we love is DAOs and DAO data and DAOists, of course. And we are a data project, a data company in essence, and we pull together and load and aggregate and discover and analyze whatever we can do with DAO data. And our mission, or we look at DAO data from the point of view of governance in its widest sense, so as to include all the elements, all the aspects I'm about to go through here. So this is our homepage, our website, and it introduces totals for DAOs that we list, and I will get into that in a minute, and also a list of DAOs ordered by default, ordered by their treasuries, but also, as you can see, can be ordered by their governance activity, proposals, votes, active members, their chains, etc., etc. The DAOs that we're collecting, we're looking at right now, and that our machines know how to load are Ethereum, Solana, and Substrate, that's for Polkadot and Kusama layer 1s, and quite a few of Ethereum layer 2s. And and we bring data for various governance platforms such as Aragon, Moloch, or DAOs, and compound governance and its forks and snapshots and others. So this aggregates, this sums up to a significant amount of DAOs, which we try to bring in more and more data types and packages of data for. Currently, we have over 44,000, a lot over 4,000 DAOs in our database. For about half of them, they are enriched by us in way or another, and of those, a few hundreds are really there for their entire governance information. So let's see what we're talking about when we talk about governance. So first of all, we have organizations, of course. These are the DAOs. I won't go into them one by one, but let's see what we can see for each organization. Each organization has its own page on DeepDAO, and as we'll see later, you can also list your DAO, self-list your DAO, so as to scale our mission of discovering DAOs. And once you do that, you immediately get a DAO page. And what's on the DAO page? There's a description that we write, or that whoever lists their DAO. Right, there are categories which are not still not visible here, but can be browsed on the main page. And there is finance, governance, members, coalitions, and deeper information. So each DAO is shown for its treasuries, their tokens, a treasury over time graph, and also the totals, of course. What's their treasury? What's the sum? This is between vested and liquid treasuries. We only list those sums that are owned by the DAO. This is a very strict definition of treasury. So 100% owned and to be used according to the DAO discretion. So for example, liquidity pools or otherwise locked tokens that are not vested towards the DAO are not counted in here. So we try to be very precise about what we relate to the DAO as a DAO entity. But that is on the roadmap, and it's expanding as we speak. And there's the members section, which includes all token holders, and then there's active members and their activity for their activities. So we have finance information and most similar DAOs and stakeholders based on their holdings of tokens and on their activities. But you can also see the governance action in the DAO for their proposals and the summary of the DAO activity. And we can also see the DAO members, the DAO token holders, also by their activities. So who voted more, who voted less, and which addresses hold what share of the DAO and what control of the DAO. This is usually covered also through a coalitions feature, which is also being updated as we speak. So it's not yet full. It's not full for now, but it was yesterday and will be in a couple of days to introduce behavior, voting behavior that's beyond just who voted on what. And this type of thinking of trying to describe the DAO dynamics and the DAO governance dynamics through its official Web3 data is something that that is typical to our approach to DAOs. We try to decipher, we try to have a picture of the DAO as much as possible as it is presented on its data. So we have this is a focus on organizations, but we can also focus on the people, being the token holders and those who are actively voting and proposing in DAOs that we list. So this count for over 3.5 million addresses right now, unique addresses, and they have a DAO score that is a combination of how many DAOs they're members of and how many times they voted, and their proposal rates and all that. Somehow also with the time decay factor that that gives recent activity priority. But essentially, this is a first. We'll see another example soon enough. But this is the first example of data being not just describing the organization, but also as a social layer for DAOs. So this is not a social interaction, but we're starting to get the sense of it. And the DAO feed emphasizes discussions and the proposals. So we can look at recent discussions and decisions. For example, for the decentralized report, and then we can also look at that DAO for whatever data it has on a DeepDAO. We can also see just discussions, for example. So this can be really interesting for basically anyone who's digging deeper into DAOs and what's going on. And the feed includes all all the DAOs that we list that have relevant discussions and decision-making platforms. So it's quite a bit of information there. And another section for DAO tools by categories of tools. I think it includes now about 60 tools or something like that. And you can browse through them with or without the categories as you like. And that's covering that is also to say what we think about when we think about governance, because governance is not just how can I vote and how many tokens do I have to vote, but it's the entire decision-making process and the power relations and the institutions and the relations between institutions in a DAO. So this is governance for us, and this is our the wide mandate as we see it. So this is briefly about our website. Let me stop here for any questions or comments or.
Super interesting. Thanks for showing this. How do you keep track of the 4,000 DAOs, like the accountability piece? In terms of, let's say, maybe more specifically, say somebody submits a DAO, and maybe that DAO, finishes their mission or doesn't, or is not active. What do you guys do on your end then?
Registry is, but we also, we can use the data indicators for that. So if a DAO has not been active for over 6 months or so, or whatever, we decide, then we can segment it however we like. We usually think of active or of activity information as interesting, even if the DAO has already stopped working for all kinds of purposes. For example, you have DAOs that switch between institutions. They once had a Melon Council, then they have an Enzyme Council, but the previous council is still interesting because it used to be. So you can segment it on our API, basically. And otherwise, you can look at the governance data. Just see the latest activities, or browse through the recent conversations. We like to keep everything there as long as as it stands.
Hey, I'm sorry. I thought I missed the first little part of that, but I got the last end of it, so I apologize if I missed anything there.
Sure. No, I hope it was just you and not the entire group. All right. So, anything else?
One question I have is, how can a contributor increase their DAO score and their reputation? Their ranking, rather.
Yeah, they should be members of more DAOs that are listed on DeepDAO, or alternatively list their DAOs on DeepDAO. And then for a better cost effectiveness is achieved through voting, and the best way to go is to have official proposals, and no matter if they are denied or accepted, but to have official proposals on. And we are and have been looking into possible spamming or even just machine behavior data that's coming in this way, but yeah, membership, voting, and proposal making. Most recent is better.
Okay. And is there any incentive to have, like, let's say a top 10 DAO ranking? I get it that you're like, with these rankings, it's like, in a way, incentivizing people to participate in governance because it can increase their rank. But if there isn't any incentive now, do you plan on creating one in the future?
I think that as our systems and as our features evolve, the incentive will be there. So without even speculating right now about whether a top 10 active member on DeepDAO will have some privileges or not of DeepDAO, but once DeepDAO becomes an integrated data and social platform, as I'm about to demonstrate soon, then and the more people and the more eyes that are on DeepDAO, the higher the incentive will become. So basically, anyone who will segment or target or look for data or membership data on DeepDAO will see that.
All right, cool. And so you're about to jump into Brainstorm now. I'm glad you're going to be sharing some alpha with us, even though that isn't currently in beta right now.
Yes, I will do it soon. I want just to mention something which I find both cool and important, at least for us, is the point of you can have a DeepDAO profile, and so for the basic profile, all you have to do is naturally enough log in your wallet, and I'm doing it live, though I'm not supposed to do it for security reasons, but anyway, here goes. So so you can have a profile on DeepDAO, and there you can add information about yourself and whatever you're open to, a picture, etc., etc. We also get information from any ENS addresses and DXI, and that's it. We actually have quite a strict policy on not actively looking for address information, not actively researching anything beyond what is voluntarily put forward by address holders. So, and that's important for me to know. So you can have a profile on DeepDAO, and as we know, often people do want to be recognized, at least for some of their activities on the space. And then once you do, once you're logged in, you can list your own DAO. And I will not do it all now, but you list basic contact and social features, and then the next stage would be to list your governance token and treasury, and that's it. And then you have a DAO. On DeepDAO, at least. Just to show that this is not essential. You don't have to have a token listed in order to list even your very early stage idea of a DAO. But if you do list it, then we will go over it just to verify that everything is in order. And but the details will appear right away. So this is the self-listing feature, which has done good things for us so far. So brainstorm, and I invite you really to test it, but also if you have any good ideas for DAOs floating around, talk to us or just list them. And which takes me to brainstorm. Brainstorm is, as Joyce mentioned, is in beta testing right now. And this is a social discussion platform that uses our DAO directory of DAOs and DAO members and leverages it towards governance and social. So right now it exists mainly on DAO Brainstorm, which was created for that. And it is a tokenized discussion platform. So whatever your DAO token is, you can get a brainstorm area for it on your DAO page. And entrance, that means writing on brainstorm is token barred by the token of that particular DAO, which for here is a test token. And then you can put your topic for discussion or your question there. It is voted on, support and against by tokens and also by members count, which can be, to keep options open for everybody. Anyways, it's not on chain right now. And then you can also reply, and as the profile section hints, we're going to have a follow and chat features coming, which means we are connecting. We're taking the large DAO directory and putting it to use by connecting blockchain addresses on our platform. And this is where it gets interesting. My favorite point of interest here, and I'm lucky to, it is on our very close roadmap, is imagine what does it mean to have a brainstorm with two tokens, not just with one token. So we can have an organization for collaboration efforts or for any communal discussion between more than one DAO, which is not under anyone's own platform, but is an actual collaborative effort from the very beginning. And for me, this opens up a whole range of opportunities and of possibilities, and also, usually we think about the DAO space for DAOs and for ecosystems and chains ecosystems, but I think that the DAOLationship Guild must know best that it's about numerous meta ecosystems in between groups, between one and all. This is where things happen a lot. So that's what we are aspiring here. Jarvis?
Yeah, what's up, man? I just unmuted.
Sure. So yeah, I had to make
Thinking
sure.
while I was watching the demo here on Brainstorm, just had an idea of like a potential growth hack. I don't know. I guess I'll just share it. Um, it would be kind of interesting if you had a widget and you was able to like put that widget on like the top Web3 organizations out right now. So choose like ENS for an example, and let's say on the ENS website, they'll have a widget for Brainstorm, and where people can basically like ENS can set up like a survey in which like people can answer specific questions on how to improve the platform, and have that data get aggregated and sent the DeepDAO. But I'm thinking of it as a growth hack because you can now have a presence. It's basically like a way to have a marketing built into the plugin itself, like built into the actual product. And in this way,
Right.
you can actually put your widget on a whole bunch of organizations' websites. So people that don't know anything about DeepDAO, they'll see this little widget, answer a quick survey, and then at the end, it'll be like, "Thank you for using Brainstorm by DeepDAO." People are like, "Oh, what the hell is DeepDAO? Let me check that out." But anyway, and then in the meantime, that DAO would be benefiting because that's one way like a lot of organizations improve their platform is with surveys. And I have experience like setting up surveys for the Governator project that's coming out of Bankless DAO. Like my main role there was dishing out surveys and getting people's opinions on their idea of how to the benefits of automating governance. And then a lot of other projects, I was reading this book on growth hacking, and they've done something similar, like projects like Dropbox and things of this nature. They had people to surveys on, like for an example, they had a free program and a paid program, but a lot of people weren't using it, right? Like a lot of people weren't even signing up for the free program, and when they asked questions pertaining to that in the survey, most people wrote that they actually didn't believe that the program was free, and then they was able to make their message much more clear on their homepage and clearly distinct the free version from the paid version, and then that would pretty much that increased their user base dramatically. So I was thinking, I know surveys would be beneficial to certain DAOs, and just was thinking of a way. Like, and then it's perfect. Like the name is actually Brainstorm, so it would look nice. It'll be a nice, clean little widget on these like websites, just like something I'm picturing.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, and it is exactly how we approach also this, this ability. So once you have the directory and you can do segmentation and you can serve a lot of stuff to a lot of, for a lot of use cases, and this one is particularly interesting in my opinion.
Thanks.
Norm, so I have a question for this Brainstorm feature. So I'm wondering, what's the benefits for a DAO community to have a discussion here rather than their own DAO community server or discussion board?
Well, as I see it, there are a few advantages. For once, you integrate the token element with a flexible discussion board, and there will be also sub discussions, so as to allow an actual operative mechanism to take place. The second, in my opinion, is the context, the immediate context, the data context, and so that depends already also on the nature of the discussion, but certainly for collaborations, but also for DAOs, you get all, well, not all, but a lot of the information you might need and data that you might need are there. And also coming is you will be able soon enough to tag people around, and things that you can do on Discord and you can do on Twitter, and you can do some of those on Snapshot, though it's just very partial in real discussions there. But I don't think that is supplied together right now. And so what I like about here is that it is light on its feet. You don't have to transport your organization here in order to discuss, but you can do it with your token and flexibly enough, and in the context of your own DAO and other DAOs information.
I see. So here, basically, it's not a token gated thread. So everybody from other DAOs also can participate in the discussion.
No, it is token gated, but not tomorrow, but soon enough you can gate it by more than one token. And you see, so you need to be a DAO member to participate, but maybe you can be either a member of Bankless or of ENS, because this is a joint discussion group.
Got it. Thank you.
Sure.
Can this also act as a replacement for Snapshot?
Well, it depends what we do with it. Currently, it is not, because we do not provide the technical mechanism behind it that that assures the data in the right way. But it can be, and it also can very easily be. Not easily. You should never say easily about development, but it's very achievable to just connect it or integrate it into once it's on either Snapshot, but also some wallet, and then you have a DAO, or just Zodiac, and then you have a DAO, fully functioning, working DAO with its own boards, etc. So the answer is that it does not supply Snapshot functionality in the official sense, but it is the beginning of many integrations, let us say.
Awesome. Looks great.
Thanks. Let me briefly just also go over our API, which is another important part of our product, and then we can also go back to brainstorm or to any other part. So we have an API working and fetching data from our database, as any API would do, and this includes organization data, people data, ecosystem aggregates, proposal, and everything that I just showed you. It includes also whitelists as a way. Well, it can serve various use cases, from token drops to segmented marketing and any kind, actually. And or not just marketing, segmented research also, and time series data, which we are working to extend continuously, and this in particular can serve research and analysis. So DAOists and the more professional and those are really into governance data may find here a lot of interesting information, and also the academia, which which is an audience that we both want to see use our data, because we want to see a lot of our research, and we also aim there. We think it's a good match here. So yeah, so this was the API in a minute. Of course, we can also talk about it, or questions or anything. Talk to me.
I don't have any more questions, but one feature I would like to highlight is I like that you can actually see the people that are involved in a certain DAO. It makes it easier to do outreach and make deals, or like set up some type of conversation, like whatever initiative you want to do there. I like how you can go, like, example, like a few communities that I talk to, they want to make relationships with people that's from Uniswap and balancers. So I like how I could look up Uniswap on your platform on DeepDAO, then hit people, and then see the people that's active there, and then you can find their Twitters that way. The way that I do it, if they don't have their Twitter listed on their profile, you can just do a Twitter search with their ETH address. I noticed like you integrate ENS on here, so you can just look up their ETH address and find them that way. Yeah, I like that feature, being able to find people like core contributors of certain DAOs.
Yeah, and that's why we also set. Sorry. That's why we also set the similar people function, because it's a graph ultimately, and that's what we're working towards, is to put more layers on that graph, and multiply all the relations over and over again. So if I had to choose, for example, another data layer tomorrow, it would be governance methods, and then if I could choose another, then I have a whole list, and it's up and coming. So yeah, being able to look at people in the context of their activity is something that we would really like everybody to be able to enjoy doing, like, as easily as possible.
It's nice to identify who are the most active contributors in the DAO, and and see what is their role. And yeah, it makes it that much easier to do outreach in this space. For an example, I want to reach out to someone from BitDAO. It'd be nice to know, instead of, because right now the way I rely on doing outreach is Twitter. Like, I might get lucky with a Google search typing in something specific, then that person may have a LinkedIn account that mentions that they are a co-founder of said DAO, but sometimes they don't, and then you kind of like run into a brick wall. But it's nice, like, if I could just go right on your platform, look up BitDAO, look up the members, see who the most active there, see what roles they have, and then now I know exactly who to target on Twitter. It's like, that's how I go about it, like introducing myself.
Right. Yeah. And then you see who's next of blockchain kin. Yeah. Thanks. So yeah, I really do invite you to look at our website, and also tell us it's great and invaluable for us to have people who are so much into DAOs. Just even if you just have a look at it, and whatever feedback you have, I'll be and will be happy to hear, and also in general, just to get this collaboration going, cooperation going.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to, the progress you're making here at DeepDAO and seeing Brainstorm, and I'm interested in seeing how that grow. And thankful that my friend Walshy, who's here today, introduced me to DeepDAO during one of our meetings at Wildfire. So I'm glad that he
Yes.
mentioned this platform, because yeah, it's very helpful.